Welcome to the Business Empowerment Podcast, the show that keeps you in the know with what you need to know in business and technology and for yourself so you can grow. Welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Rob House, and my co-host, Wilton Rogers, got insight for miles and miles. We'll give you what you need to know. Get ready for the Business Empowerment Podcast.
Yo, what is up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Just trying to deal with all these technology tornadoes, right?
They are everywhere. They are
Dude,
everywhere.
I think we're running so many things at one time that our computer's like, hey, slow down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's all good, man. It's all good. How you doing, man? How's everything up there in Baltimore?
Man, we're doing okay if we didn't have, a quadrillion cicadas. I feel like back in the Roman times now, man. Back in the Egypt times, the Pharaoh had done something wrong.
Being attacking you, huh?
Dude, the Pharaoh has done something wrong. Because we are getting crushed over here.
Really?
And they have the most amazing life cycle. They go on 17 years. They stay underground. Oh, by the tree, don't do anything. They stay underground 17 years. Then they come out. These little holes in the ground. They come out. And then they come out. And then they can't see. They're blind. They can't see anything. So they make these noises. The males make these noises to attract the females. The females come. They make baby. Guess what they do with the baby? They drop the baby's eggs down into the ground. That's it.
For 17 years?
17 years, you underground, boy.
What?
And this is how our trees are growing. This is how they are nurturing the world. People don't know that every tree under the ground is also connected through these different little mushroom tunnels. It's pretty sick. But when these cicadas get released, all of a sudden more birds start having more babies, the trees and everything gets more fruitful because now they got all this protein. It's flying around protein. It's like protein sandwiches just flying around.
Wow, I had no idea. Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Dude, I had no idea that's how it works. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Pretty good.
That is pretty good. That's pretty good. Man, dude, that's like I won't say a 17-year pregnancy, but it's like putting your kids in a foster home for 17 years and saying, hey, I'll see you in 17 years. I may not be here, but I'll see you in 17 years, right?
Right.
Wow.
Dude, it's crazy. Wow. Crazy, man. But you know what? They're putting in work, man. I'm good, baby.
Yeah.
We putting in work, and that's Mama. Can you close my door back, please? Thank you, love. We it's all about putting in the work, man. And if the cicadas can do it, so can we.
So can we, and we're doing it. We're doing it, man. We're doing it.
We're doing it, and so our guests. See my soft cushions over here.
I saw that.
I gotta sit like a king, buddy. If I don't have the right chair, I'll just make it. I'll make it.
You have to, man. You have to. And I've been noticing my chair is like, can you hear that pop?
Yeah.
Every time I lean back now, it pops. It just pops. So it's like I'm in the middle of a conversation. People are like, what was that? So my chair pops now. So yeah, man. We make it happen. We figure it out. We gotta do what you gotta do.
We do all the time, man. I can't see in our green room. Is our guest in our green room yet?
Not yet. She's not in there yet. Does she have the invite?
Yeah, she has the invite.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. She has the invite. And so, man, yeah, man. She's Loletha's doing some phenomenal things. She's been in real estate for 19 years.
I saw that.
But she's been helping people. And I always got a heart for people who got a heart for people. So she's been a professional, but and successful in what she does, but she's been reaching back. Yeah. And so we're going to hear about what she's been doing. Hear a little bit about these forbearances and what's happening with that. And
the industry now. The industry's blowing up. There's a lot of questions I have, especially now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Let me see.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Let's see if he comes on back. When he comes on back, what we'll do is go ahead and play this promo, and then when he comes back, we'll see if he's here.
What if there was a way to get more done by using less effort? What if you could eliminate all the mundane, tedious, repetitive daily tasks off your plate? What if you could have more time to do the things you want to do, like customer engagement, branding, and spending more time with those who are important to you, like your team, your friends, and your family? Well, you can, and RPA can do that for you. RPA, Robotic Process Automation, is a technology that is literally transforming businesses overnight, giving you and your staff more time to do more meaningful things. The STA Group will show you how this can be done in less than 30 days and taking less than 5 hours of your time in the process. In that 30 days, you will learn how to identify all the places of your business that can be automated, and the STA Group will show you how. From conversation to activation in less than 30 days. You will only find that right here. You will be ahead of your competition, and you will give your business the opportunity to grow once you learn how to scale through automation. Contact us today for a free 30-minute discovery evaluation, and we'll show you how to transform your business overnight.
We are back. We are back. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, man.
All right. I tell you, man, that technology tornado, man, it happens to us, right? It happens to us. Speaking of which, she's in the house now. All right, I see her in the green room. Speaking of which, changes and things that are happening, and there's a lot of changes that are going on with our company, man. And it's great, man. We're going from a limited liability to a corporation. That should be finalized. We're having a meeting tomorrow morning, right? Finalize all that, and then by the time next week, we'll be incorporated in our new company.
Man,
Simply Automate Incorporated.
Simply Automate Incorporated.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're growing, man. We're very blessed to have such an amazing team, advisors, investors, that all involved with what we're doing. Very blessed to be in this position we're in, man. Speaking of which, we're blessed. We're definitely blessed with a guest in a hot market. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some great questions, especially now. And I have some now because of our little transition. But I also have some friends that are going through some transitions that are asking me questions. I used to be in the mortgage industry. I'm like, man, that was like 15, 20 years ago, man. I don't know this stuff anymore. But maybe I told them, just pay attention. We're on it. We're on live here at the top of the hour. Let's see if should be able to help out with some questions. So let's go ahead and bring her on in.
Let's bring her in.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Loletha, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous as always.
Great to see you.
Always. I love that answer. As always. Loletha Moshel.
Yes.
So and your full name is?
Well, that's my full name, Loletha Moshel Simmons.
Okay.
And so it's funny because a lot of people know me by Loletha, some people know me by Moshel, my middle name. So I just bring it all together and make it work.
I love it. Oh, yeah. That's great.
So where are you located?
So my office I'm actually out of Columbia, Maryland. So I'm with the Keller in Columbia. I've been here for like 9 years. But have car will travel. I'm that agent.
Okay. Yeah, we another one down the street from me, Wilton.
I hear that, Maryland. I know.
Yeah, and so I met Loletha through Kim Hickson, who's a partner, and
my better half.
Yeah. She's phenomenal. I've known Kim for a while. We've done some ministry projects together and philanthropic projects together, and you guys are doing some not just real estate and help people get into homes, but you're also helping some people feel good about themselves, and particularly these seniors. And I can't wait to talk about that. Okay.
Yes, I get so excited about that. So ask me some questions, so I can just go on and on about it.
Well, I think first we want to know more about who Loletha is and what you do, where your background is, and how you became who you are today.
Okay. So I've been a licensed agent for 19 years. I've been with Keller Williams for 9, which has been amazing. I am a mom of, check this out, 8 children. Yes.
Wow.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 8 children.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And they are amazing. That is definitely my contribution to society, because I have these amazing people that are going to be world changers, and they're going to do great things. So,
Yes.
yep. So I'm a mom of 8. I'm trying to think. I used to be a court clerk at Baltimore County Circuit Court for like about 10 years. And then I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and I decided, I homeschooled for a while, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back out into the workforce. And so the most flexible thing for me to do was real estate, which is an amazing vehicle to get me to the generational wealth that I plan on leaving for my children, and creating for my future, relatives. So I've done real estate for a while. Kim and I have partnered up, and we are so much alike when it comes to having a servant's heart. So definitely have a servant's heart. And so we do the real estate part. We're a team with that. And we also are a team on our nonprofit that is just like amazing. This nonprofit that we created is going to, I get emotional. Like I got a lump in my throat thinking about it. Like I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's the nonprofit about?
Okay, so we decided that since I was like about maybe in my early teens, I have volunteered with seniors like on holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. I would go. I love my senior citizens. So we partnered with our church, Kingdom Celebration Center, to distribute food. Since the pandemic, we've been doing it for over a year straight. So when we first started going with KCC, there were people that reached out to us that could not actually come to pick up the food because of, either they were elderly or, immunocompromised or anything, like any number of things. So it started out with 4 people reaching out to us. We put out a flyer saying that we were doing food delivery. 4 people contacted us and say, can you bring it to us because we can't come there? We were like, sure, absolutely, no problem at all. So we started out with 4. We're now up to 20. So we actually, on Mondays, we go to our church and we pick up food for 20 families. And we, and if there's more that we can cram in a car, we do so much. I had to get a new vehicle. I had like a little Jeep Patriot, and I packed that thing to the roof. And so then I had to trade it in and get something a little bit bigger. So I got a bigger SUV. So we've been delivering food to people. And also because of our passion for the seniors, we decided that we wanted to do a little bit more, because we've all been through a lot as a whole, as a country, as a people, as everything. So we decided that we wanted our nonprofit to be, let me backtrack a little bit, teeny bit. So we took a business class with our first lady called Talking Business with Barbara. And so in that business class, we actually did a presentation. We won a bus, which is phenomenal, because what we're going to do with that bus is we wanted to be able to have seniors nominated, and we would go to their home, roll out the red carpet. They would come up on the bus. We would do like their hair, their nails. They would get chair massages, a chef prepared lunch. They would have a photo shoot. They would leave with like a goodie basket. And then once they had the goodie basket, we would like stay in touch with them and just keep on loving on them, because we just want to love on people. So our first lady, Barbara Palmer, actually, because of our presentation, she gave us a bus, and it was like, what? So on a bus. And we've also partnered with some other dynamic people so that we can continue to build on the stream, because this is going to be amazing, guys. I'm telling you, I'm so glad y'all know us now, because this thing is going to take off like crazy. So we are so super excited about it. We just want to be servants. We just want to do God's work. We are his foot soldiers. We are his gap fillers, and we are doing big things. And we are connected with the right people that have the same passion, for doing good in the world. Like that's what we want to do. That's what our purpose is for. My purpose is to have those 8 kids, and Kim's purpose is to partner with me so that we could, do this big thing for seniors, because we want to give them their flowers while they're here. We want to love on people now.
That's beautiful. And Dimitri, if you can put a link to where people can make donations, because this is important. Put a link where people can make donations to this, and Wilton, watch how this whole thing is so interesting. So, met Loletha through Kim. I knew Kim through doing ministry work, right? They got blessed through Barbara Palmer, who I know Barbara Palmer because I spoke at her youth conference at her church. Well, we've also worked together when I was the executive director for mentoring and manhood about over a decade ago, and Barbara was helping us get grants. She's always been bringing in resources.
She is the best.
She's the one.
Wow.
And we're gonna have her on our show. Next week.
Yeah.
How about that?
Right. There you go.
Wow.
Come on. That's how it's going down.
Phenomenal woman.
Yeah, it's just good things are happening. Good things are. I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
That's amazing. And it seems like the nonprofit is something that you, like you said, can blow up, and that can be duplicated in all areas.
Yes, absolutely.
We here where we live all over. So that's amazing.
Absolutely. We are so excited, guys. There is I used to have this thing about money, and I was like, oh, I don't have to be rich, but I intend on being wealthy because there are so many people that are counting on us. There's so many people that need us. Like there are people that need us that don't even know they need us.
Yep.
Right.
So we have to do the best that we can do because we have so many people that are counting on us.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The facts of life right there. You're speaking facts of life right now.
Absolutely.
Facts of life. Life. Come on. I'm feeling it.
Okay, Rob.
and they don't even know that. But that's the thing about answering your call.
Yeah.
That's the thing about answering your call. When you don't answer,
Right. Absolutely.
But when you do answer, now let's talk about the sunshine. When you do answer, you get fruit like this. And then you get people that want to come to your aid and come to your support because typically, contrary to the unpopular belief, humans are actually good. There was a survey that about 65% of people, and this is a survey, 65% of people want to see other people do well, want to see other people's families do well. There was 10% that just said, I ain't gonna say nothing, but they don't want nothing bad. They just like, I'm not gonna say nothing, which is fine. So there's a small portion of people who really, are going the other direction. There's more of us.
Yep.
And the more we come together, the stronger the us gets.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love the way God just puts us where we need to be.
Yeah.
He makes those connections. However, we have to be receptive to it.
Okay.
We have free will, right?
Okay.
So we have to be receptive to want to do the things that God has planned for us to do and to connect with the people that he wants us to connect with, because he moves people in and out of our lives, for good reason sometimes. It's so funny because Kim and I, we pray, and like my prayer is always, God, remove the people from me that don't need to be with me right now. Remove them and bless them, because right now, and then bring people in my circle that can grow me and educate me and help me and that I can help, So definitely, Rob, I agree with you. Like there are more good people in the world than not good.
There is. It's amazing how there's so. I mean, I probably say most of the people I come across are great people, right? So, but you always hear about the ones that aren't, and that's what blows up. So, exposing ourselves like this and putting us out in the world, what you're doing, and that's just. I mean, it's like a ball rolling downhill. It just keeps rolling and rolling. You can pick up more speed. So that's amazing.
It's phenomenal. And, it's not about accolades, but I love accolades. I love accolades, what they represent.
Yeah, that's a good way. I like that.
You know what I mean? I don't care about the hardware, but like what it represents. And so like you just got an accolade. Yeah, what we talking? You just got one, like the cultural icon, actual. Let's talk about that. Ambassador for all DC, Maryland, the DMV. You hold it down. Yes, I want to know. I want to know more. Tell me more.
Oh my God, that was so surprising because so I'm because I'm a nurturer. I'm a nurturer and I'm servant. So I'm always going to love on people. So throughout our company, our Keller Williams is built on culture. That's the foundation. We're built on culture. And the vision is, like God family business. And so when I stepped into this company, God family business. So God family business, that's what we're built on our company, the culture of our company. So when I came here 9 years ago, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I ended up being here. Like they tricked me. Okay, that's what they did. One day we didn't have a front desk person, and they said, Lolo, and like business was kind of slow in real estate at that moment. And so they were like, Lolo, can you sit in at the front desk to greet people, when they come in? And I'm all bubbly and cheerful all the time. Like I wake up hyped up. So I said, okay. I could do it for, they said 5 days. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ended up being 1 year. So 5 days was 1 year. They tricked me. They hoodwinked me. I was bamboozled. And so that ended up being a year. And then I actually stopped doing that. I was like, it's too much. Like, I'm homeschooling my kids. I'm still an agent. I'm doing the mommy thing. I'm doing, the stay-at-home thing. Like, it's too much. I said, I can't do it. And then we had our office manager, who is amazing, got sick. And so the energy got really low. Young man, great. He created the whole culture in our office.
Mm-hmm.
And so he got cancer, and he went home to glory 8 months later. So what he did was he said, Lolo, can you come back in the office, because the energy is kind of low. Everyone's sad. Like, we prayed over him. He was a greasy mess when he left, because we were like, we would take a conference room. Everybody was praying over him. Like, we loved on him tremendously, because that's how our office is. We're family.
Yeah.
So he said, Lolo, can you come back just to bring the energy up a little bit? I said, okay. Child, that man been gone home to glory for 4 years, and I was still here doing it. And I'm like, you guys got me again. So, so I'm a nurturer by, like, God just made me to be this way. So, I'm like, I hold recruiting appointments. I just did whatever needs to be done. I'm that type of person. I'm gonna jump in. I don't care what it is, whose job it is. If it needs to be done, I'm gonna jump in and do it. And so I started doing these classes where I could, like, recruit people and tell people about Keller Williams and how to join. And the thing with me is, if you can convince me of it, if you can make me believe it, then I can share it with anyone and make everyone else, like believe it and want to participate in it, because that's how I have very high integrity. And if I don't believe in something, I'm not going to say anything about it. So I stayed here loving on the agents. I still do loving on the agents. And every Keller Williams office has this cultural icon for their particular office. So as a result of Kim and I, like, working through the pandemic, like, loving on the agents, doing whatever needs to be done, they actually voted me to be the culture icon of our office. And so it was so, like, I was so surprised.
Wow.
And then they called me and they said, hey, Lolo, can you be on a Zoom call at like 8:45 one Monday morning? And I said, okay, well, you got to make it quick, because I'm on my, we do food delivery on Mondays. So I blocked that out. And I'm like, okay, you got to make it quick. And then they got on the call and they were like, you were voted one, because there are 2 of us. You were voted one of the cultural icons for the region, Maryland, DC, and Virginia. And now in Keller Williams, that's like a huge thing. And I was like, oh my God, you're so excited. So it was it's just really a big honor, because what it means is that, we have, and they're going to kill me because I can't remember what all the initials stand for. I've been here so long and I forgot. But we have, like, strong beliefs that we stand firm on in our company. And that award is given to people that represent all those things inside the market center and outside the market center. So, like, you can't be, like, your integrity is who you are when no one's looking, so I don't do things for show. And so Kim and I were like, we were so, I get choked up when I think about some of the things that happened throughout this pandemic, but we were so adamant that we had to keep loving on people, because you never know what someone's going through. You never know at any given moment, like, how someone could be just, like, at the end and ready to just do something that they shouldn't do. And all it takes is a smile. And it's free. It's free stuff you can do, like, so, and I'm so passionate about that. And I'm so big on being kind to people. So as a result of all of that loving on people, voted me the cultural icon. Well, it's so exciting. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Well, I'm gonna let you ask a question, because I'll take over.
Yeah, well, I just think that, even listening to you, just your character and leadership got you to for them to expose that, right? So, and that's not easy. I won't say it's not easy. It's easy when you want to do it, when it's just part of who you are.
Right.
So because you're so natural and so transparent and so honest and humble, that people recognize that, but they recognize that leadership too. I mean, knowing that they can count on you, knowing that you say you're a person of your word, and that you're a hard worker. It's well deserved. So that's amazing.
Thank you.
I have a question though. You said you've been in 19 years. So
yes.
I was a mortgage broker back in early 2000, 2008.
Okay.
I didn't make it, right? A lot of us didn't make it. How did you make it through that time?
Man, oh man, oh man. That was like about 2008, ladies and gentlemen. And how did you make it? Because that's you're right.
It was terrible. Like it was, to be honest, it was very terrible. So because I had so many children and I homeschooled and everything, I wasn't as actively engaged back then as I am now, but it was still my business, like it was still a way that I supplemented the income coming into my home for my family and everything. So it was such a traumatic time for people. However, what we did then was we pivoted and we shifted and we did what we had to do to make it, to make it through that period. And like I said, I wasn't as active as now, active then as I am now. However, now this stuff that we're in right now, this is just as hard sometimes as it was back then. The only thing that makes this much better than it was back in 2008 is this is actually a win-win. So the market is insane, and that's okay, because when you have professionals that know what they're doing, we make it through. Mm-hmm. So the market is insane right now. However, like Kim says, it's a win-win because the sellers are making out, they're getting way over, like there are 20 offers on a property. I had a colleague that said that he had 60 offers on one listing, so the sellers are in a great position to get top dollar for their properties. However, what makes it the win-win is that the buyers are also in a great position because interest rates have never been this low. They're historically low, so the buyers can now, someone that could probably only afford $250, back then, can now get a house that's $400,000 and it's still the same payment. You know what I mean? So they're making out as well. So it's really good. Their buying power has increased because of the lower, the interest rates being lowered. So it's a great opportunity. So if there's anyone that my team and I can help, we are more than willing to help people, because what makes a difference too is that we have been boots on the ground throughout this whole pandemic. We have shifted. We have stayed on top of things. We have we pour ourselves into educating ourselves on the market, on the communities that we service, on just the information that we pass on. And we have a strong referral network, so we can actually help anyone that's interested in moving anywhere in the United States or even outside of the United States, because we have this awesome referral program, But now is a great time to get into real estate. It actually is an amazing time. 2008, not so much. But what? There are people that started in 2008 and they latched onto like a particular thing and they ran with it and had great successes. So
Right. Interesting. But let's talk a little bit about these like what's going to happen with these forbearances. Like it's a big subject,
Mm-hmm.
And I think
as it should be.
There's an awakening getting ready to take place.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So the actually, like with the forbearances, there's going to be, like when I said that the sellers are in a great position, they're in a great position right now because the inventory is extremely low. Mm-hmm. So inventory is extremely low. So what that does, it has created a seller's market where the sellers are now in control of, like, they can kind of like pick and choose and, like say up your ante and all that stuff. They're in a position of power right now because the inventory is low. But what happens when the inventory increases? It becomes a buyer's market, And so and that's going to happen. We were actually going into a shift at the beginning of the pandemic. So we were shifting into a buyer's market. However, the pandemic came, and who would have thunk it that we would be doing so much business right there in the middle of a pandemic?
Right.
Yeah. But when the inventory increases, it's going to turn into a buyer's market, which is going to be amazing for the buyers because they're predicting that the rates will still remain low. So the buyers are going to be in a better position instead of like waiving inspections, waiving appraisals, waiving, like giving up their firstborn kid and their second one, so the buyers are going to be in a better position. So I suggest, and Kim and I are actually, for lack of a better word, we're hustlers. Like we're knocking on doors because the inventory is low. Like we have clients that want houses. So, we're experienced enough, we're talented enough, we're educated enough that we can go knock on someone's door, and we're confident enough because we've been taught to be confident because we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So we can knock on a door. So look, we might be coming to a neighborhood near you, knocking on some doors because our clients want houses, and we're bold, and we want to make it a win-win for everyone. So when the market shifts, the sellers are going to be in a not so amazing position because that forbearance period is going to be over. And we're going to have a flood of houses.
What do you think that's going to happen? Like towards the end of the year? What do you think that's going to like?
So I'm cute, but I'm not special. So what
Right,
I do is I rely on the people that I trust. So like
yeah.
I have my lender that I work with, Andrew
Yeah.
Frank with Apex Home Mortgage. So like he is such a numbers guy. Like so we are educated on it, and we feel that towards the end of the year, the beginning of the year, we're gonna shift into that buyer's market. You know, so and when that happens, I know look when that happens, it's going to be quite a difference. It's going to be quite a difference. The buyers are going to be in a position of power. So now we have to kind of like educate people that, you know, clients come to us new and they're like, well, we want to buy a house, but you know, we want to get seller contribution. And I'm like, what's that? I don't know what you're talking about, because we don't do that in this market of the now, you know. So but things are going to change once the inventory goes up. Then the buyers will have, you know, more control over their transaction, because it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good to know. That's
Yeah. So sell. Look, sell right now. Today is the highest you're going to get for your house today, right now.
Well,
so call me.
I'm glad you're saying that, because we're in the process of doing that ourselves for our house. But you know, and speaking of which, back when I was working out, you know, we were doing, you know how mortgages were. We were on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the early 2000s. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good life, right?
Yeah, it was.
I told myself, I was like, okay, this is way too easy, and I'm qualifying people so easy because there was so many different, you know, programs out there.
No doc loans.
Yes, you know, and it was just like, okay, something's gonna happen, and I just thought it all the time. Like, this is I mean, come on, man,
it's not sustainable.
Right. And when it hit, oh man, it's like the door just slammed, right?
Yeah. Is that when you got out?
I was forced out. I was, and I had just invested in property when, you know, when everything changed. Like, literally put a lot of investment into this huge property up north where we're at, with me and a couple of partners, because we were going to turn around and build some homes there. And everything collapsed at that point, and we couldn't do anything right. And we already started construction on properties.
Oh, wow.
And you know, and we already knew we're going to turn these houses over, and we're going to do a community there. And I pretty much lost everything. I was one of the ones that lost everything. Yeah.
Man.
It took me years to recover. I mean, I literally lost everything. But God's good, you know, blessed me.
Yes.
And I understand that. And so now I'm like, and my wife was telling me, like, well, you know what? She goes, well, we're getting ready to buy, you know, when I'm going to buy, when I'm going to sell, when I'm going to do all this. I said, hey, listen, this is the time to sell right now. I said, because the market has to change. It can't stay like this forever.
Yes.
You know, and I know it's hot now. We literally put and no one knows this yet. I mean, some people know.
They're going to know now.
we didn't put our house in the market because, you know, we're renting it out. We didn't put our house in the market. The first person went over there and gave us full price of what we were asking.
Yeah. I know.
You know, it was like, and for me,
where they do that?
What's that?
I said, you're like, where'd they do that? Like, what's going on? Yeah,
exactly. You know, at first I was like, man, we should just take a bid, but God's been good to us. I'm like, you know what? First bid, asking price.
Right.
Let's do it. So we're actually going through the inspection now, getting all that done and everything. So it's you know, but it happened that quick. We had a renter in there. The renter was still in there, and we sold it. It was crazy. It was just it was amazing. So, but I have a friend. In fact, I talked to him the other day, and I told him, hey, you know what? I texted him a while ago. I said, hey, man, we're gonna have a professional on here. You're gonna listen to it. He goes, well, ask a question. And he said right now, because he lost his job, you know, his credit went south. He's starting to pick up his credit again. He doesn't want to rent. He did have some money saved away. He's having some money saved. He has some money on property. He's selling a vacant property. But he says, is there a way right now where he can get a home to rent to own? Because I haven't done that in like 15 years. I was like, you know, is that a market for rent to own, or is it just like, hey, if you want to buy, if you want to sell? Is there a market for rent?
One of the things that I stand firm on, and like all realtors do things differently and they have different perspectives. I'm not an advocate for rent to own. And the reason why I'm not an advocate for rent to own is because I have 2 family members that have had bad experiences where they were renting. So the whole concept of the rent to own is, say for instance, someone's going to rent their house for $1,500. And I mean, I know you know how it works, but I'm just saying for the public. So they wanted to rent their house for $1,500. And then you say, I want to do a rent to own. So now I'm going to pay you $1,800. And that extra $300, you're going to put to the side for me for my closing costs and all that good stuff. Well, what happens when that house goes into foreclosure? So all that money, extra money that you were given to go towards your down payment, to your closing costs for to purchase that property, is now gone. And I've had that happen to 2 people. And then also, but a lot of times you don't know if by the time you build up that money, if you still want to be in that house. You know what I mean? So my thing has always been, if you're going to rent. If you're going to own, if you're going to buy. So if you're going to rent, then you need to have self-discipline and just put money aside for yourself, because then it's still your money and it's still accessible to you. However, I'm not an advocate to rent to own, and there are times when it has worked for people. I have actually done them before. I'm just not a big proponent for it now in this market. I think you should just do one or the other, But you know what? When you just get back, well, you said that you took the first one, right? So in this market, surprisingly enough, it's not always money that wins the deal. It's not always the highest bid that wins the deal. A lot of times, the majority of the times, it's how accommodating can the buyer be for the seller, because the market it's so intense right now. Sometimes the sellers have to still buy a new house, so they need a buyer that's going to come in and that's going to be willing to let them do a rent back. So they might need an additional 2 months until they can find their new home. So they're competing just like everyone else. The thing about them competing is, if they had proceeds from the sale of their home, now they're cash heavy. But it's not always the money that wins. We've had offer, Kim and I, when I tell you we are creative and we think outside the box. So there are times when our clients don't have they're not cash buyers, which we're competing against a lot in this market. They're not cash buyers. They may have an FHA loan. They may have a VA loan, and sometimes what wins the order is, cash, conventional, FHA, VA. So sometimes when you have buyers that are in a position that might not be as favorable as another buyer, then you have to get creative with it. So the first thing you want to do is find out what the seller wants, and if your buyer can accommodate the seller, because that's what's going to win the deal. That's definitely going to win the deal. You need someone that's going to say, look, what do you need? Let me see if I can get you what you need.
That's it.
And then, you make it work.
That's
You hear that, John? You hear that, John? There you
Call
go.
me, John.
Yeah,
I got you.
that's good.
No, absolutely.
I like that. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back and hear about Infinity Home Resources. I want to know about this. Okay,
Yes.
So we'll be back in a quick second. Stay with us, everybody.
Stay with us.
Wilton,
All right.
and take us in.
Our customer is a property management and real estate company. They used RPA as an accounts payable solution for their agency. This bot is used to send emails and text messages regarding daily updates for the owner's review. The bot will identify the records that have been updated, and it will go through each record to get the updated balance and description from the desired application. Once it receives the balances, the bot will send emails and text messages using this application to the owners. And this will help to keep the customer updated and the process running smoothly. This one process will save 4 full-time employees 3 hours a day. That is 60 hours a week and an ROI of 225%. Let's see what RPA can do for your business. Contact us today at rpa@scalethroughautomation.com.
Yes,
Back.
we are back. And Dimitri, please drop the link in the comments to those who just saw that video. Yes, it's true. People are saving hours and hours and hours and hours. People used to think they had to do robotic work. You used to think until AI technology was born. And then we learned how to do the things that matter. So put that link in there.
It made it easy. It made it easy for them to do it and understand it. And
That's big.
yeah, so it's
That's big. I think that word understanding is huge.
Absolutely. We all learned to pivot, pivot and learn a new way. It's funny too, because with the pivot, with that, the ad I was watching, it like we have learned to do things differently as agents. And like, at first it was like, oh my gosh, because we're used to doing things the same way. However, so much growth has come from this period of time that we're in, like so many businesses have been built and developed, like so many side hustles and hobbies have been created, and like people have been able to like build a future, like support their families off of their side hustles, and so real estate, like we have learned to pivot. Like Kim and I have done, when COVID first came out and people couldn't go inside properties, we have actually done walkthrough homes with our cell phones and video walking through the home and talking and describing it and like, and doing all of that for our clients. We were actually filling in for another agent, John Logan, who drives me crazy, but I love him. But he has some clients. He does a lot of military clients. And so he had clients in Hawaii. And so he's away on vacation on the beach. And I'm walking through houses with his clients who are in Hawaii, because they want to see like what it looks like, what does it smell like, what, And so you learn how to pivot, change, and then you have to embrace the technology that helps you.
That's it.
Yep, embrace technology.
You know what's really happened is, I think a lot of people, like you said, there's been so many new businesses come out, and all these side hustles are now, corporations are starting to be corporations. It's because the pandemic allowed us to allow those that are creative and think outside the box to figure out, how can I attract the market? How can I attract that market? They're sitting at home right now, not doing it. How can I get into their home? And by you going over there and being able to videotape and walking through, you're giving them that journey. You're walking through. It's almost like you're grabbing them by the hand and saying, hey, the door's open. Here's the door. Let me walk you through the house. You're doing that from thousands of miles away.
Yes.
So that's amazing. So,
you do what needs to be done. You do what needs to be done. And we're going to always do everything in integrity. That's the platform we stand on, in integrity. And we're always going to make sure we do it from a win-win, position. So we want everyone to win. We want to be happy. We want to have clients be happy. We want the other clients to be happy, the other agents to be happy, because it's like, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be contentious. It doesn't have to be, like a really nasty deal. If a situation arises, you fix it, confront it, find a solution for it. But yeah, technology is amazing. And I'm a dinosaur. I still walk around. They tease me all the time in the office because I still walk around with pen and paper. And I'm like, where's my notebook? Oh, who moved my paper?
I think Rob's the T-Rex of our company.
Hey, look, at least I'm a T-Rex, but I do have a cell phone. You know what I mean?
I have one of those too.
I got to tell you this. We're taking notes, and I'm over here putting it on. I have it on my phone, and I have everything here, because I have to sort of keep it. And then Rob's like, hey, man, I got everything written down. I said, all right, show it to me. He pulls back his camera and he goes, he has this big old sheet of paper, like it's as big as the wall. I said, are you writing on your wall? I said, but it works for him, and he's been doing great at it. So
he's my spirit animal, because I'm the same way, Rob. Don't even worry about it, baby. I got you. I understand. Because if that battery runs out, Rob, we know where our stuff is. Let that phone battery die. You will lose your mind.
If this gets thrown in the water, hey, you know what it's like.
You'll be lost. So we'll have our stuff, Rob, won't we? We're going to have our stuff. Yeah. They tease me all the time. I say, I don't care. But when they want something, I know where it is and I can go get it.
Right.
Very true. Very true.
So tell me about this Infinity Home Resources.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
So that is our baby. That is the umbrella that Kim and I have created for all of our other businesses to run under. So I always tell clients, like, I'm not your real estate agent. I'm not just an agent. First of all, you stuck with me for life, and I'm not just an agent. I'm a real estate resource. And that's what I tell new agents, because I have such a passion for new agents. Like, I will take them under my wing. I'm like, okay, mama bird them.
Yeah.
So I have such a passion for them, but we're not just agents, we're resources. So we can connect people we know so many people. And even the people that we personally don't know, we have such a vast network of other business professionals that we partner with, that we can you can call me for anything, and I know someone that can do it. you know. So the Infinity Home Resources is something is that as well. So like we have our nonprofit under that. We do our real estate business under that. We have a couple of other things that are coming. So that's the umbrella for this big vast empire that we're building to help people, you know. So we're really excited about it. So we have other things that are in the works, like our goal, and this is a dream, and I can't think of it, and I don't want to misquote the wrong person, the wrong singer, but our dream and our passion, and I get choked up when I think about it, because we want to have a restaurant. We want to have a restaurant, a furniture store, a clothing store for people to come in, and it's just free. This is free. You just can come, and the thing about it is everything that we do, we're doing in excellence. So this isn't something rinky dinky that we want to do or have to. This is something that we're going to do in excellence. This is something that we're going to do as if someone was paying a lot of money for it. You know, everyone deserves to have respect. Everyone deserves, until they don't. Everyone deserves to have respect. Everyone deserves to be treated kindly. You know, everyone deserves to be seen. You know,
that's good.
And we have to do this. Real quick, my one of my coaches, and I believe in coaches. One of my coaches, actually my very first one, Shannon Miller-Lutz, whom I love. She's in Florida, and I love her, and she's an amazing coach. So I had a 50th birthday party 2 years ago, because I'm gonna be 52 this September. So
September what?
September what?
30th, September 30th.
I'm the 12. What are you?
19.
A Libra. You're a Virgo. I'm a Libra.
Yeah, I know you're a Libra, but we're Septembers. We're all September.
There you go. And I'm so balanced, honey. Yep, I got you. I'm like half crazy than half sane, so I work it out. You know, I work it out. But one of the things that Shannon said to me that resonated me so much, because I do a lot for people, and this isn't being boastful because I'm not boastful, but I do a lot because that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, I feel like that's my role. Like, I'm supposed to love on people. I have this big old huge heart. My children told me one time, they said, well, mommy, they caught me telling one of them that he was my heart. And the other one came up and said, well, mommy, I thought I was your heart. I said, I got a whole bunch of hearts. It's okay. You know, I'm like a cow. I got a whole bunch of hearts. I don't know. Whatever. I got a whole bunch. Anyway, Shannon told me that at my birthday party, like, I was so surprised. Kim threw me this huge surprise birthday party, and it was amazing. And Shannon came up to me and she got in my face and she was like, Lolo, I see you. You know what I mean? And like, I get choked up thinking about it, because sometimes we get so busy doing things that we don't even take the time to stop and take care of ourselves, you know? And so we don't worry about our stuff. That's one of the things about being, you know, so empathetic. Sometimes we don't take care of ourselves. And so one of the things, like, I'll keep running. And then by the end of the day, I have to sit in my car for 30 minutes because I don't have the strength, because I'm drained. I don't have the strength to get up. And then I had to learn, you know, to do things differently. But Shannon said to me, and she looked me in my eyes and she was like, I see you. Like, I see you. And that's what people want. People want to be seen. They want to be not seen because they want to be, you know, like vain about it, but just seen because, like, I'm a person. I'm here. I matter. You know, and like, and that's what people need. And that's what I feel like, outside of these 8 amazing children, that's what my role is. I need to see people, and in seeing people, I need to be able to get out to people. I need to be able to, you know, like, be in front of people. So that's why I have to be wealthy, because I have to do these things. You know, I need the resources to do these things. Yeah. So I see you guys.
Oh, thank you. And we see you, and I'm glad we see each other. Okay.
Yes.
Because we're about to see some real things. Because you're right. It's getting done. Like, the vision that you have will come to pass.
Absolutely.
It will become the future. I mean, it's happening all over the world right now. And with the internet and our ability to see it, we can see stuff happening, which then inspires people to do more things. So, like, your idea to have food and restaurants and furniture and they have all that stuff available, is happening. Like, Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, just opened a restaurant for the homeless. Homeless eat for free, and, you know, our regular folks can come. You got to pay some money, right? Know, homeless eat for free. I was like, come on!
I love it. I think it's the country singer that does it. I don't want to miss. It might be Brad Paisley, I think, that has this kitchen. I mean, a restaurant that people can go. Like, we're in the United States. We have so much privilege. The thought of people going hungry.
It's crazy.
Our church feeds every Monday, any given Monday, between 800 and 1,500 individuals.
Sorry, you know what? I set an alarm. What's the name of the ministry?
It's what our church.
Yeah.
Okay, Kingdom Celebration
Yeah.
Center, KCC.
Set an alarm for 6 p.m. Kingdom Celebration Center donation.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, the reason for that, I tried to do that when you said it the last time, and I forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, I forgot. No, I love Barbara and what she does. I meant it.
She's amazing.
I didn't know y'all was doing this.
Yes.
I didn't. And not only that, we're gonna come down and participate and help some of that
Yes.
too. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. You have to. Imagine somebody said, the children said, oh, Mom, we don't have any bread and cereal, you know, and then your mom says, or dad says, you know, okay, next week I'll go to the market and I'll pick up some stuff. Next week comes and we're in the middle of a pandemic. What do you tell your children? You know, like, what do you tell your children? What do you do? You know, people are looking for a handout. They want a hand up. You know what I mean? Like, you have to see people for who they are. And you have to help. How can you not? You know, so.
You know,
All right, I'm stop talking about that.
No, we did the same thing. In fact, our church, you know, we there's a school, you know, where kids go to school. That's their only meal. Yeah. And so our church trying to figure out, well, what do they do on the weekends, right?
Right.
So our, you know, I was part of a group, and my wife was part of a group that's, you know, so what do these kids do on the weekends? They found out what they did on the weekends, where they lived, everything else. So what we did is we asked our church members, say, listen, there's over 400 kids right now that aren't being fed on weekends.
Yep.
We need to raise this money. Yep. People, it was amazing to see what they were just boom, boom, boom. We had food. We had rooms and rooms of food that we bought for them. And my wife, every Friday, and I love to do it. We did all the way to the pandemic, and then during the pandemic, they actually set up a place where they can go pick it up. And but before the pandemic, my wife and I for a year would go every Friday and drop off the food. And it was just for us just to be part of that. It was just amazing, and it was just like taking those crates of food and seeing these kids just roll up and grab that food for the weekend, knowing that they had food. And if they had family members, if they had kids that weren't in school, how many people are in your family? We already knew. Right. Boom, boom, boom. It was just an amazing thing. So that's when you were saying that there's no reason why people should go hungry. When you actually reach out there and you talk to people about, hey, man, we have our community starving here. These kids are starving. Right. You know, we need to feed them. It was amazing just to see people just say, hey, donating. Donation. Yep. And so it's just it's glad to know that this is you know, worldwide, this is nationwide happening, but that's what I'm saying. We're surrounded a lot of people, but it was all because of the people you're surrounded by, like at our church. It was all church. It was our church. It was nobody else but our church, and that organization just made it so much easier for these kids. And you see the smile on their face. It was just that was priceless. That was a win. When you see them smile, they're going to get this big old bag of food for them and their family. Yes. It's the best feeling in the world.
I'm telling you. We got busy and we had to stop for 2 weeks. Our real estate business was so busy. And like we had to actually tell our because we call ourselves, we're the goodie girls. So on Mondays, we don't call it food, we call it goodies. So I'm like, hey, honey, I got some goodies for you, you know, and so we had to step away from it for like 2 weeks. When I tell you we were so miserable, because what we realized is what we were giving them didn't even compare to what we were getting.
I'm going to talk about that.
Didn't even compare to what I'm getting chills now. I'm a big crybaby too, but it didn't even compare to what we were getting. You know,
that's crazy. Yeah, what you were getting, you were getting what's called the dose of happiness, DOSE. D is for dopamine, O is for oxytocin, the S is for serotonin, and the E is for endorphins. And whenever we give, those neurochemicals flow through us. Whoever we give to, it flows through them, and whoever witnesses it, it flows through them. So all this energy is just energized, and people just get motivated to do more.
Yes, that's what it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I hope Kim is writing that down. Because I want that. I've been leaving having stuff around the house, so I'm gonna put it on a mirror or something.
I'm gonna text it to her so you'll have it.
Yes.
and then look, we got to get together, have another conversation. Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
Loletha, tell me this. This is my favorite question to ask. Our favorite question to ask our guests. The best question in the world to ask because it creates the best answer. which is if God came to you and he said, Loletha, you get just one wish, whatever you want for the world, for the earth, for life, whatever it may be, you tell, you say, you speak, it happens. What is that one wish?
To end hunger. No one will ever be hungry again. Because if you can eat and you can sustain your body, you can do anything.
That's right.
So, but what can you do when you're hungry? So if you can eat, then you can do everything else. It gives you the strength to do everything else. So ending world hunger, that would be my thing.
Goodness.
I love that.
I love that. And I want to partner with you on that.
Oh, thank you, Rob. Thank you so much.
And we want to help you, expose what you are doing, get it out, get the word out there, what you are doing. So any way that I'm in New Mexico, so I'm on the other side of the world, right?
Visit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But anything that we can do to give you that, to give more awareness to what you're doing, to give other people ideas of what you are doing, so they can bring it to communities like this. We're here for sure. Yeah. What you're doing.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And you know what? It's contagious.
It is.
So you start, like, good stuff is contagious.
It is.
So you start doing stuff, and it's like, oh, I want a little bit of that. So let me start doing some good stuff too. And then I want a little bit of that, and it's just like a big circle of happy. That's how I roll.
A big circle of happy. I love it. I love it. What's the best way for people to get in contact and reach and support? What's the best avenue?
Okay, so our email address, you can reach me at Loletha, my first name, LOLET, like Thomas, HA, .IHR@gmail.com. And my phone number is 443-854-8554. And so you can also
I have not heard someone say a phone number in a long time.
I know, isn't that crazy? No. I told you I'm a dinosaur.
It was refreshing to hear that. I was like, wow, a number.
Yeah.
I know. Is that it right there?
Yep, that's it right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. I love it. What else were you gonna say?
No, I'm good. I just want people to reach out. Like, I want people to, and then also one of the things that Kim and I are doing is, like, if there's anyone that's affiliated with any type of senior organization, because how we're going to do our how we're doing our nonprofit is that the seniors will be nominated. So we want to partner with as many organizations as we can. That like we're partnering with the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging. So if there are any places that could reach out to me, I would love to help. Oh, guess what I'm going to do, and I'm so excited about it.
Ooh, what's that?
So I'm so excited. So I've always, my dream job has always been to be, I don't even know what they call it, but I want to be like the activities director at a senior citizen home, like at a assisted living or whatever. Yeah. I want to be the activities director or recreation or whatever it is. And so I want to do that. And so one of our partners has given me the opportunity to come and do it next Monday. So when I tell you I'm so pumped up, these people don't even know what's coming their way. They better get ready.
You are on fire.
You better get ready.
It's awesome. Well, I know one thing. I got to connect you. So my mother-in-law works for Keller Williams. She started a couple of years ago. She's in Maryland. She also has her own caregiver business. She works with seniors. She loves seniors like you. Yeah, so I'm gonna connect y'all two for
please sure. Please do. We are. Can I put a plug? Can I say something? One more thing, guys.
Absolutely.
So we won. We did this business planning class with Barbara. Talking business with Barbara. I'm telling you, everyone, it's a 6-week course. Everyone needs to do it because it'll change the trajectory of your mindset when it comes to your business. So we did this. We got the bus. So now what we're trying to do, what we're doing is we want to, and we got a mini, we didn't get the big bus. We have like a shorter bus. So what we want to do is we're looking for someone that can either paint that bus or can wrap it. So we want to connect with someone that can do either. So if we can have a conversation around that, that would be great because this is going to be the baby bus to the big bus.
Yeah.
So, we're now with this bus, we're actually taking our seniors to places. With the other bus, the next bus, we're going to actually have the facilities on there.
And people can actually donate to support this. That's that link that's in there with donations to Kingdom Care Inc.
Kingdom Care Inc. Yep, Kingdom Care Inc. They are our fiscal partner, and they are actually working with us and making sure that, you know, we're doing things the way that they should be done. Because I said, we do everything in excellence, and we're not going to partner with anyone that's, you know, not in integrity as high as we are. And they are amazing mentors to us. So yeah.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Well, the great thing is that you have Mr. Rob House over there, the marketing branding genius, right? So
oh my gosh, yes.
he can reach out to people and say, listen, this is the cause. You know, we're looking for a wrap, looking for someone to paint this. You know, we're looking for a donation. And
absolutely,
believe me that there'll be people that hopefully will at least do something to help out.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna do a separate live.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just a campaign.
Yes. Oh,
just
wow.
a
Thank you,
campaign.
guys.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
We love it.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yes, thank
Please
you.
let me come back. I love you guys. You're awesome.
Very blessed to meet you, and it's an honor.
Thank you.
And I'm definitely gonna keep in touch. I'm following you. I'm already connected with you. I saw your profile on LinkedIn. I'm connected with you. I love to follow your journey. I love to see how we can help out on this end, and I'm going to enjoy the ride. I'm going to enjoy seeing you. Yes. So
thank you so much. Thank you as well. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Nice to meet you. I know you, Rob. I'm gonna see you soon.
Yeah, we're gonna connect.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some things to talk about. Okay?
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me on.
God bless. Bye-bye.
The entire business economy was impacted by the pandemic. Trying to adjust to our new business culture and make the right choices can seem overwhelming. But the need to understand technology and automation today is a must if you want to stay competitive. Companies gain an immediate advantage over their competitors once they understand how to implement RPA into their current activities. Scale Through Automation has made it easy to gain this knowledge and to implement automation so you can have the time to focus on your business, adjustments, and its growth. This is where STA affiliates can impact their clients' businesses and fast. Simply share your clients' needs with us and we'll show you how RPA can create big wins for them in a very short period of time. According to Gartner, over 50% of all businesses will have some sort of RPA implementation by 2027. Don't you think you owe it to your clients to make sure they have this information? The training and support you get through our affiliate program will allow you to make a difference in your client's business while improving your RPA knowledge and receiving a nice residual along the way. Set up a 30-minute affiliate consultation to see how RPA can have an immediate impact on your client's business and your life. We have the blueprint. Join our team.
Yo, man, that was very powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah. As always, dude. As always, somehow we get these amazing people that show up with these amazing stories in life. And we just get inspired by them. And hopefully somebody got inspired today too. You know,
I definitely think so.
You got some information too in regards to real estate. There's a whole lot of good stuff that happened today.
A lot. And, you know, it's great to really have people like that actually care and enjoy what they do and do it from the bottom of their heart. There's nothing, they're not looking for anything in return, knowing that God gave them a purpose and put them on this earth to do something. They found it and they're all in all the time. And you could definitely see that from her, man. So it was definitely great having her.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait to have her again. And you said, what was her partner?
Barbara Palmer, pastor.
Yeah,
pastor.
We have her next week.
I don't know. Next week or the week after. I said it real quick. It's like next week or the week after.
Gotcha. Well, I'm excited to meet her. And like I said, I think bringing them both on and let them talk about what they both do at one time and what where the growth is and so forth and so on. I think that's going to be big. That's going to be big.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger. Everybody, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. What do we have? Do we have anything coming up? Do we have anything going on? We already talked about what we're doing. You know, our change in our company. You know, this is we're growing. Simply Automate Incorporated. We're
Automate.
We're trying to finalize everything. Hopefully tomorrow, get that up and going next week. And the growth, man. What we're doing and what we're going is powerful. It's very powerful, man. It's the people that we're surrounded with, like Lolo was saying, is you surround yourself with good people, good things will happen.
That's it.
And we happen to be surrounded by some amazing people
Really
that
cool.
believe in what we're doing, that see what we're doing, putting us in front of people that it's just a blessing, man. It really is a blessing.
Yeah, that's the only word that can be used. I believe. Only word that fits.
and it's something you think about, you dream about, you pray about. But when it happens, it's like she was saying, when you pray about something, you ask for it, be prepared for it. And in the whole time we've been praying about it, and now we're prepared for it. So we're ready for scale. Not lying, we're ready for scale.
We're ready to scale, baby.
That's what we're going incorporated, right? And because we know we have some amazing people that are backing us and part of this growth, because we found something that no one has really figured out yet, and they're helping us get that out to the masses. So yeah, man. So
got a bang.
Anything else? I already told I forgot I had at 2:00. I told them that I'm running late. Give me about 15 minutes.
No, man. I'm good. I got some little bit of work to do before I hop on this business in bourbon with Ronell.
Nice.
We got a little special business and bourbon event, networking event with his people, man. Like meet some more good folks and hang out with some people, man. And talk about life moving forward.
That's cool.
And I think we're gonna mix up brandy too. I'm mixing up brandy at 5:00 in the afternoon. Hey, so listen, I'm down with it, man. I'm down to learn something new. Show me how to do it.
I hear you. How to do it. That's it. Right on, man. Well, I think we're going to send us off with, what we do. We did something for a client. What I like to do is, we like to work with a lot of businesses, but, small businesses is where our heart is, because they're the ones that really need that push to get up to the next level.
Yeah.
And they need that support. And once they understand it, it's so important. It doesn't matter how big the company is. Once you understand what we do, it'll allow you to see where you want to go a lot faster. It'll help you get there a lot faster. And we have a client that just has 2.5 employees really, and it was a game changer. So we're gonna end our podcast with that, and then we'll be back again next week, right? We got back next week.
Next week, same bad time, same bad channel.
That's it. And I'm sure I'll see you through text or through our team messages or through emails.
Yeah, man.
But until then, man, great guest. Thank you for lining that up. And we'll holler at you later, bro.
Rock and roll.
Right on, man.
My name is Marvin Romero. I'm a small business owner. I have a personal injury firm with 2 employees, and I came across Scale Through Automation on LinkedIn. I wasn't sure if they'd work with small businesses because they already were doing things on a larger scale, but I reached out to Wilton Rogers and his team anyway. We met in early December. They told me they could help out my small business and we could automate some processes that were actually taking up a lot of our time. So we had a meeting the first week of December. After that meeting, I received a questionnaire, filled out that questionnaire. Within a week, we had a Zoom meeting where we talked about all the things that the bot should be able to do, what the automated process would entail, and what I actually wanted to accomplish. 7 days or less from that date, we actually had a bot to look at and a demo to run. And within 3 weeks and before Christmas, we had an automated process for the business. It was amazing to see that the team came together and put together an automated process within 30 days and also during the month of Christmas. Scale Through Automation definitely came through for my business.